Hey everyone, it's John here from Hot Take Hockey, back with another video. I gotta record quick on my phone here. Just a trade. We got the Leafs trade, and I'm just laughing because it's right after we record the podcast. So I'm still gonna post the podcast at some point, whether it's tonight or tomorrow. So look out for the podcast. It is posted right now on Spotify and Apple. It'll be posted on YouTube. So I appreciate you guys supporting the podcast. We did talk about a bunch of stuff, including the Leafs and trade options and stuff like that. So it's still relevant because this trade, the Leafs acquiring Conor Timmins from the Arizona Coyotes in exchange for Curtis Douglas. Yes, I'm already seeing some Leaf fans that are not watching the Marlies this year say this is a Marchment 2.0. Curtis Douglas, 6'9", center. He's been playing fourth line for the Marlies this year. I've watched a couple games. I'm not going to act like I've watched every game, but he hasn't been that relevant. I think he's got, a point or two. I was excited about Curtis Douglas maybe being the future fourth liner, maybe being a Brian Boyle type guy. But you're getting a Conor Timmins, a right shot defenseman, 6'2", former, first or second round pick, whatever he was, or even, I don't know. He was a decent prospect and a guy that I paid attention to even when he was with Colorado, and a guy I was excited about. I think when I looked at Colorado's defense prospects, they had a couple, and Conor Timmins was one of them, and then he ended up being in the trade for Darcy Kemper. So when I look at Conor Timmins as a guy that's battled injuries, and for the Toronto Maple Leafs, he's a guy that he's being reunited here, and this is just such a stereotypical move from Kyle Dubas. Sioux Greyhounds. Conor Timmins literally played with both Mac Hallwell and Rasmus Sandin. I don't know. I think he was a partner with Sandin, or at least he played with Sandin for a bit. Hallwell's obviously, he's a right shot guy as well, I think. But I think the funny part here is you have three guys that were literally on the same defense corps in junior, and potentially all three maybe getting a chance in the lineup. I'm thinking about it out loud here. If they decided in any game to give Jordy Ben a break, Hallwell could be on the bottom pair, and then you could have Conor Timmins with Sandin potentially. So it's funny. I think one of these trades from Dubas, people look at, and you know what? It's going to be the underrated. It's going to be the reverse effect of Marchment. You're going to get an underrated guy that maybe hasn't got the opportunity or battled injuries, whatever it is. And I'm hoping it's this trade with Conor Timmins. He's had 3 assists in 6 games with the AHL and then a couple games with the Coyotes. So I'm hoping, and I want to see Coyotes and Avalanche fans comment on Timmins, because when I watched him, I thought he had a lot of potential. He's only 24 still. I think he still has the potential. You just got to stay healthy. He's 6'2", use his size, and I think he can be a good 4, 5, 6 defenseman in the future. That's where I have Timmins. So if he's a bottom pair guy for the Leafs with 6'2" size, I'm down for that, and I hope it works out for the Leafs. The Coyotes could have their future fourth liner in Curtis Douglas. I'll leave it at that. He'll probably play third line minutes in Tucson. So we'll see what happens, guys. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like, hit the notification bell. Kind of a small trade, but maybe low risk, high potential here for Kyle Dubas and the Leafs. And yeah, you know what? People will criticize it, but I think in a bigger picture sense, Douglas was never going to get more than a bottom 6 role. And yeah, it's a 6'9" center. They don't grow on trees. So a little disappointing that it had to be that, but you're getting Conor Timmins, who has potential to be, I would say, a second pair, maybe long term, maybe, but that's a stretch. He's got to stay healthy. At the very least, he'll jump into the bottom pair right now, and maybe he'll battle with Mac Hallwell for that last spot in the defense corps right now, as Morgan Rielly, TJ Brodie, and Jake Muzzin all down. Rielly going to be back in a few weeks. Brodie going to be back in a few weeks, hopefully. Hopefully we'll see those guys at some point in December. So, as I said, subscribe, like, comment, notification about all that good stuff, and we'll see you on the next video, stream, or podcast. Look out for the podcast. Have a good one. Peace.